You are watching Liberty Online TV.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
Good morning, viewers, and welcome to another edition of the Breakfast Show, where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV, with the stream on Facebook, YouTube, and also on our website, where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Of course, today now just one more day, and we build up gradually to the grand finale of we 1 year celebration. When tomorrow, November 29th, we get with dinner and dance na the Freetown City Council building. And tickets are sold out. We'll not they sell tickets to nobody again. So if you know we don't buy your ticket, apologies. You go see with beautiful pictures. They also go celebrate tomorrow 1 year of being free, fearless, and inclusive journalism. Well, we will bring this edition of the Breakfast Show to you this morning. Mina Khadija Bangura.
And Amina Mabel Kaba, good morning. Of course, today is the 28th day of November, where they mark the end of the countdown to the 29th, when are the biggest day of the month for Liberty Online TV, because tomorrow is the great dinner and dance, where they climax the 1 year anniversary of Liberty Online Television. And of course, you just don't hear it from Khadija with tickets that don't be sold out, so you will not be don't get your yet. We're very sorry, but you go actually get for see all the pictures that will come out from the enjoyment we'll go forget tomorrow with the one that always we don't secure the tickets them ahead of time. Tomorrow we go for day at the Freetown City Council lobby. Also we will celebrate the climax of the 1 year anniversary. Of course, during the program later we'll give you more information about this. Inside this edition of the Breakfast Show this Thursday morning, where they can talk about the fight against corruption, waiting at the recent developments and where don't happen, the indictments and where the commission don't do this PNSM, and also recoveries and where they don't do the fight against corruption. All of the updates you will get inside this edition of the Breakfast Show.
Well, these and other issues then at the program for you this morning, and today they can look at the fight against corruption as well. Can see on Monday, the ACC boss been on Tuesday, I beg your pardon, the ACC boss been display plenty money where he say na money that way he recover from people where according to ACC they be mixed and corrupt practice. Well, this we can talk about if the corruption fight they make inroads in the country, or if they still get challenge, or if not selective corruption and effect. All of that we can explain inside the program this morning. As they get Patrick Sandi, where in the director of Outreach and Public Relations na the Anti-Corruption Commission. Good morning, Mr. Sandi, and welcome to the Breakfast Show.
Very good morning to you, and very good morning to the viewers. This end of it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. Where do you from, Patrick Sandi, the ACC, of course, therefore Dede Tomorrow, and most of we partner them with stakeholders, them people who don't support Liberty Online TV throughout this 1 year. Therefore, they with we tomorrow. As so they go give a report of waiting, we're able to achieve inside 1 year. Journalists they will come out from the mainstream and decide say for can use the digital space for ensure say we bring professionalism, credibility, and ensure say we bring inclusivity usai. We they bring on a diverse voices them, bring on a different topics and allow the people them for talk and bring the people them voices, the ordinary voices from the streets. We don't ensure say we don't hear about them. So 1 year of being free and fearless and also inclusive. We go meet tomorrow, we to partner them, rub body, enjoy, and as you don't hear from Mr. Sandi from ACC, themselves they come in grand style, and many institutions them get for join with tomorrow. Now the Freetown City Council building, now the ground floor, also they get with classic dinner and dance tomorrow.
All right, well, we'll continue with this edition of the Breakfast Show. We're quickly gonna cut. Also, we go get updates on the case between Abdul Paka and the state. Also, we see Detective Police Constable 13164 when as Shekuture don't testify in a court. Also, I say in a crime officer. Crime investigator we been in at the scene and they work at the Lumley police station. Well, it talk na court say where they be go do one warrant search na Abdul Paka in Os na Mambo village. Then been telling say na for them the late Sia Fatu Kamara been for them we been make a hit in head and it been become unconscious. Well, for let we know more about this case, let we join with court reporter we na Mariatu Sharif.
As the case between Abdul Paka and the state they continue in High Court number 1 before Justice Momoja Stevens, another witness we identifying himself as Police Constable 13164 Shekuture don't go testify in a court but waiting in about this case. He say in a crime scene investigator and he attached na the Lumley police station and say then began the mandate for visits the crime scene. Outside the accused Abdul Paka they stay and outside the state alert say the late Sia Fatu Kamara been die. The witness continues say August 16, he been there na in office where one Nyake Amara been tell him about one alleged murder case and he been ask him for go with him na the cottage mortuary hospital and say then left and go na the hospital and say where then go na the hospital then meet the government pathologist Dr. Owis Koroma we been do some observation pan the late Sia before he do the autopsy before them and Sia in family. And say where the autopsy process be they go on, it been take pictures them of the process with in digital camera and mobile phone. After the process, then go inside Dr. Owis Koroma in office and it be hand over give them the certificate where show the cause of death of Sia to in family and it been give photocopy of these certificates to the police and say they return back to the Lumley police station. He said that same day, they organized a team with one Muhammad Amara and Nyake Amara and other police officer them and been pulled the accused Abdul Paka comot na custody for go na the crime scene and been go with in lawyer C.N. Kamara. Also, they live na Mambo Peninsula with signed search warrants and say where they reach na the accused Abdul Paka in place. They been go with them na in apartments and where they be go na the apartments, they be able for fend one wood bed na in room, blue black hang bag and other thing them. And say during the process, it take picture of the red carpet where the accused tell them say the late Sia Fatu Kamara been for them and then take picture of the old room where the accused tell them say the incident be happen. The accused Abdul Paka, they snap before the court on 2 count charge them, we get for do with murder and perverting the cause of justice contrary to law. The lead defense counsel, A.T. Koroma, been applied for bail for the accused, but Justice Momoja Stevens not be agreed for give bail to the accused and be sent am go back na the Male Correctional Center and be adjourn this case to November 29 this year. For Liberty Online TV, me na Mariatu Sharif.
From that court report there, we continue with the breakfast show where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV with the stream on Facebook, YouTube, and also on our website where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. This morning they can look at the fight against corruption, how far it don't go under the leadership of Francis Ben Kaifala, when the ACC commissioner, waiting on some of the strategy they would be able to implement for ensure say they reduce corruption in the country. Well, on Tuesday, as I stated earlier, we see outside the ACC commissioner for the second term display plenty money where he say now money they will recover from people them where we make span corruption. For can look at this strategy where the ACC don't they use and some other strategy them if it they work for them or if not the right way then they forfeit corruption and then discussion there where they can get in the studio this morning. We get Patrick Sandi, Director of Outreach and Public Relations from the Anti-Corruption Commission, and also we expect a social commentator and also a journalist, winner Melvin Tijan Davis, for joining at the studio this morning. But they start with Mr. Sandi from the Anti-Corruption Commission. We don't like I state this is the second term where the public they see on a ACC boss, they display plenty cup on a table say this is the money we cook from people that we mix and corrupt practice them. This strategy is able for work for not displaying such huge amount of money.
Yes, their answer. You see, the strategy worked very well. As they can say, seeing is believing. You get some doubt Thomas, because even when that was displayed, we still get some people. We say, oh, that I don't know. Equally, this one will display Tuesday. We get the booty of somebody with this level. So, how they ready? Then they go naturally commercial, collect the money, can't display it. So, now, effectively, the people of Sierra Leone see hospital the appreciation and realization. This is a quantum of volume of money. Sometimes they talk about. No more say, oh, we don't recover this million, we don't recover this new million. So, they don't really appreciate it. So, one for let them see, this thing, I need full up to, if not a whole room set, they flop up. And it depends on the denomination. So, this is that kind of money rate of it. And this kind of money, they go into a lot of other projects. So, that is also another very important. Then the other one will make me really do this. Now, of course, the impact we don't create, we are in the countries where the kind of scenario for benchmark with recovery strategies. When the commissioner sometime early this year going to kind of make presentation amongst the community heads of anti-corruption agencies in Commonwealth West Africa, they do that presentation of earlier recovery. Then after that, we get the Cameroonians in the camp. They really want to know how will you go about this recovery and which kind of message will they send to the people of Sierra Leone after we all do recovery, because then they find out very difficult in their own countries or in their own locations. So that is the more reason why we believe it's a very good public education effort on the part of the commission. We don't hear about recoveries before, but you can just see, we go, we present the check to His Excellency the President, say ACC don't recover 10 billion, ACC don't recover 7 billion, etc., etc. But when the people can foresee itself that this is the kind of thing we are talking about, I believe it is sent a very good message to the people of this country. And everybody, whatsoever, they on social media, Facebook, so outside of Sierra Leone, we also see, just as in what we do last year, people in Nigeria, they take up. They share, and of course the EFCC Nigeria also they do have when they go do searches, they pump to money, they do pictures of our circulator so that they know say this is how they corrupt, they deprive Sierra Leoneans of their much needed resources. And of course imagine how much of that resources will go into the several social services we will need in this country. They complain about. Talk about the energy sector, talk about education, talk about health, infrastructure generally. So these are the kinds of things where people they need for country exceeding that kind of volume of money. Where one man will just in a own corner and try for siphon without defending the executives. But we therefore also realize that corruption not to just at the top, because Sierra Leoneans or other people who want to think, oh no, why are you not going after the ministers? Why are you not going after this person? Why are you not going after that? I am not saying they may not be involved in corruption, but the fact of the matter is, we now come to the realization that individuals within the institution, even the last recovery was just an accounting officer and an SLRA, working with some officials now at the Nigerian state.
Will they come back to you, Mr. Sandi? Will they join me shortly? That's Patrick Sandi, the Director of Outreach and Public Relations from the Anti-Corruption Commission. A day with me this morning, they can look at the fight against corruption as the latest one. Now on Tuesday, the ACC boss been display huge amounts of money where he say the money the way he gets back from people who mix bank corruption. Will they take this short break? We'll come back, we'll continue for Engage Patrick Sandi.
Liberty Online TV, the 1 year this November, and you know what that mean.
And throughout the month of November, na celebration period. And as you know, na time way for coming and support Liberty Online TV for continue for doing work.
And the way how we go support Liberty Online TV for continue for the online, na for send we you support.
Now for send we you support through the orange money number where you see on the screen and the other bank details them as way for make we continue for do we work. This na Liberty Online TV 1 year celebration. Na Liberty Online TV, all voices count.
You are watching Liberty Breakfast Show on Liberty Online TV.
Alright, so welcome back. You're still watching Breakfast Show on Liberty Online TV, and we will continue with the conversation with Patrick Sandi from the Anti-Corruption Commission. ACC has today's edition of the Breakfast Show will get updates on the work where the Commission don't do, especially when it comes to recovery money, then where people making put and bankrupt practice. We see the display where the Commission will do this past Tuesday, and that will be the top thoughts before we take that break. Over to you again, Mr. Sandi. Like you been mentioned early, this one of the reasons why you say make una they do this public display of them kind search money, they like in the words of the commissioner, full of money for let people them see, because you say seeing is believing. But in terms of learning lessons, when I think say the fight against corruption, when you look at the value where this will get to the fight, people really they learn lesson, because we took to the first one when I've been doing. If people learn lesson, why we see again somebody again involved in then kind corrupt practices, such huge money, we will have a need for display again. Any lessons where people they learn from this strategy?
I believe so.
There's a lot of lessons for let people to learn from this strategy. The aspect for say because you don't do harm and then it don't happen again, it can also be related to accident. You know, when accidents happen, it does not mean you know get into a vehicle to travel. But waiting at the say and at the assure the public is that this effort, this strategy, let we see going forward, it will have to stop. People then therefore stop for the eat the money that kind with it. And now when you don't go, you don't recoup the money, we also they hit you so hard, like in the case of Salim. This recovery, now the bank now make them because they had a staff. We, of course, we know now a criminal. Commissioner emphasized that. But Salim himself, he stand trial, they don't convict him. Now the High Court of Sierra Leone. And the court go ahead for order, for let it forfeit the money that we get in our account. Now Ruker Commercial Bank and the United Bank of Africa. So that in itself, it a touch in pockets. And that is what we should appreciate where it comes to the fight against corruption. Because I always say this, even internationally, when you talk about the United Nations Convention Against Corruption, the UNCAC, then they seriously endorse the recovery process, recovery of stolen wealth, whereby people then they thief money, then go keep on somewhere. It could be national, it could be international. But then when you don't strip them of all their resources there and you bring it back to the state and the state make good use of them, I think say it is send a good signal for say don't involve in corruption. If you involve in corruption and you are caught, you stand the risk of losing all which you don't gain. And again, let me come to this point. And again, let me just expand. The recent indictment as well against Freddie Corker, we not did. We make sure say when we try an absentia After the conviction, any property where he get, we go confiscate them, or go seize them, we sell them, and then the proceeds go to the state. These are the things we will try to do as a commission. But for law, we ensure nobody no run outside of justice, or you get away with it, or you go scot-free. Now that we do.
As experts on the fight against corruption, now day before and the should there be need for let people be worried? Because if you look at the new trend, it's only the pattern on the move to the banks, and even when you follow case them where they're gonna cause issues and the way they come up this BNC where alleged corruption don't they happen now from courts, now from banks them, and it's supposed to be one of the safest places where people go for will keep their money them. Should people be worried if corruption don't they go into the banks, taking into consideration the pattern we don't see of late?
You get for be worried when such happens, and you get for do the banks. And as you say, the banks, if you say that the safest places, whatever, we even see people that can get whose book, then go to the bank that they keep them, and all the jewelries and valuables. So yes, but what we need for understand is that these things are happening. Whilst yes, the bank share in some responsibility, but now really individuals within the bank. So the bank they need for, if you like, reinforce the internal control measures or mechanisms we then get, so that they will make sure that the right people that they get there and that the right thing is being done. But generally speaking, yes, you have to be worried, and this does not go in for all the banks. We have to be very careful so that we do not call other banks they are not in this kind of thing. However, we are not naming names. No, but that they make. I'm also very careful when I talk, because waiting don't come to we at the ACC, not to speak to all the banks. But if this is happening in the banking sector, it is quite worrisome. I agree with you. But then that also don't make now the commissioner of the ACC call a meeting with the governor of the central bank, the managing directors of the commercial banks, the ACC, and the National Revenue Authority. They don't sit down and then they don't discuss, because this is something that is very, very important for this country. We talk about revenue, and when government revenue is diverted, and we all the time know the revenue is scarce, the resources they're scarce, we rely on donor support. And if these things are happening, I think we need to put a stop to them. So you don't get that meeting. And we also even get a team at the ACC. We now, they look further into the activities of the bank for see that this thing not don't happen before. And if it don't happen before, what we can put in place. So they are doing some kind of tooth comb, system review for ensure that this kind of thing will not happen going forward. And if it ever don't happen in other banks, then what is it that we will put in place? But we'll make those disclosures as we go along.
In terms of safety, money forward in all of this, when I begin to do this public display of then huge amounts of money, and people begin to raise concerns. All the money we can come out, like how you said, been state, so man they even seen a bank room on a go pull them, come on a display and transferring it back. We see after the display on Tuesday, we see that the social media, especially the social media, people are beginning to say, not to all the money go back. How the checks and balances they work for ensure waiting on a steady person deposits, now on a display, and then go back now the government go far.
Anybody free from go check the quantity will be, but waiting with the display, I believe 100% is routine. We don't see, we don't display.
Waiting people
because even when we can make
presentation to the secretary, they watch the check. Now access bank check.
So the commission
get in account, when a recovery account, now access bank. So the money comes from access bank. The money access bank. So that amount of money we paid, and after which we cannot keep it. So the money.
Because at the end of the day, we have to make presentation to His Excellency the President of that money. So the money is kept at access bank in our recovery account. And from there, we take that money.
We have control over it. For can let the people of Sierra Leone see. Because if you just say in the press release where I do, ACC goes into no fault settlement agreement with Ecobank and that 34.8 million recovered, people need to know. Some people will say no more na from fear. Some people are cynics. So we want for them they can see the reality that this is it. And they say this very repeatedly, that you have to see it as the impact of corruption on your very lives. How such resources for don't contribute for add on your salary. How such for don't contribute for B schools. We see one social media video where some man go do one stuff of a picking within a school with blackboard self they complain. These are the kinds of things people they do to this country. So these resources will go into social services. So let them see the impact. Just as in when you go to court, people are convicted, you say you kill dog before dog. Yeah? So display the money, let the people see for themselves that this is this amount of money where somebody in one game before don't go get and then make use of it and then make a life so luxurious and they watch you hardworking person, they say you not serious. Probably you they not born you fine. And that should not happen. And this is what they corrupt do. And we go sit down our citizens, we they praise that person, we they glorify him. That man they do well, oh, now 3 trucks I get. They do something, hey, look, he don't start for do house, he don't done this mansion, quick one, he get other house, he don't put a rent, he don't build hotel, he this and that. These are the kinds of things we are talking about. When it is the people's resources, he don't take. It is really bad, it is condemnable, and nothing say anybody ready for go down that lane. So that's why we want the public, as we always ask them for support in the fight against corruption, we want for let them see for themselves. It was all over the place for let people see. And as I say, we will continue to do same because we want to send the right message to Sierra Leoneans that you for stop for thief, and if we uncover you, we can't find out saying that so it be, we will let the whole world know saying that so it be, and now you do it. With the name and shame. We name and shame, and we'll continue to do so.
The naming and shaming we talk about, Mr. Sandi, now one way the public get reservation about say the kind of corruption they happen at the upper echelon with the people who like name and shame in not coordinate. When they bring people then when they can call say these are petty corruption. Then the grand corruption they happen with people with all high offices. ACC not able for build them to book. Rather, when their names then they can come up, maybe be captured by the audit report. If ACC can end up come back and defend them people.
No, I disagree. When we do naming and shaming, we do and through. And when they talk about corruption in the higher echelon, we know corruption allegation not something where you gotta be careful for make. Let it not just be perception. So therefore you got to be evidence driven. At the point this I start for make, I say we all get the idea say corruption is seated at the top. But look at this individual, a retail operations man in the bank.
Mr. Sandi?
No, I'm coming because I want to make clarity. I am not saying corruption no go day, but it is not the only place we should be looking all the time. And if we are pointing at that category of persons, it also have to be evidence driven. Now that point they are there for me. We don't go sit down no more, we cast aspersion, see because they are there. But if we get any evidence, we go make the investigations. We did so when we do the probe in the office of the First Lady. We don't do so in the office of the scope former State Chief of Protocol. The audit report that they talk about, we commenced and we are still investigating the presidency as the audit report came out with. So these are not secret places where we will not go. We did the investigations we got for do the Chancery building and the matter in a court. We don't talk about it anymore. So wherever things don't happen, where we don't keep secret, we do not. We know the first corruption, then we put it under the table. We always make sure say they can't rule the light on the pedestal so that anybody go see. I don't remember at any point in time somebody we don't cover them, but in name or in position. I want that instance stated here, but I don't remember. I don't remember at all.
You don't go member and you don't go agree.
No, listen, but you may need to jog my memory.
You don't go member and you don't go agree, and this is not public news say whenever corruption or allegation of corruption surrounding people in the upper echelon, ACC no can come and pull close. The counter can pull close for people that maybe teachers, district chairmen, just for example, get allegations say they mix pan corruption. ACC can pull press releases, even go as far as investigating this person. But if allegation of corruption, I take you to the issue of the audit report. We talk about double dipping. We talk about fraud of receipts in the office of the presidency. ACC, waiting the public they expect, no be happen. No go back to the office of the first lady, where the audit reports will come out. We see Usauna boss Francis Benkai-Fala to come out, they defend the office of the first lady. In fact, they say they begin the investigation from way back to the former first lady. These are the issues where make people get their own opinion, where normally you can call perception about ACC.
Well, that's where they're getting it wrong. They are free to their opinion, but they are getting it wrong. If an issue don't come in an audit report about the office of the first lady, let us be very realistic. The sitting first lady, not to don't be the first lady of this country. So we try to know whether presidents done it before. It is just common in an investigation pattern. They make the allegation about the use of public funds and that the office of the first lady not get public funds. So we said, let us look at the regulatory framework where they in the Public Financial Management Act. And that was exactly what we did, the probe, for look at the allocation, whether they are legal or illegal. And we came out with a report. They say not defend. The former first lady also been getting your projects, where if they will get resources from the consolidated fund for carry out those projects. So now if this don't come, it will also get that kind of support. We had to look into it by making reference to other first ladies. It just happens because now from an informed position. But that is where people don't want us.
But now the people,
no, but if
the public institution,
no, but after which,
work for the people
after which,
now the issues.
No. But after which, we still told them that there's a provision in the Public Financial Management Act which give responsibility to the Minister of Finance for give an aspect of the budget to any activity where somebody they undertake in the public interest.
Like a very simple scenario. You are sitting now as the current director of outreach and public relations at ACC. Now I bring allegation of corruption on you. Then ACC say, okay, let we investigate Patrick Sandi in predecessor them. Is that seriousness?
No. You know, they take it differently.
No, I am not.
No, they take it out of context.
No,
if it is for the same thing, when you try for check if there's a regulation in there for me for have taken an action when I dey in office, then somebody can now in my place. It begin do am. You want to know whether this is precedented or unprecedented, Khadija. This was about law.
So
no, they can be different.
The time of the allegation of the office of the first lady. Now, precedents will not be the watch for on the investigations according to the allegations will be done at the audit report.
No, yes, we will look at in the course of the investigation. No, we will investigate. But in the course of the investigation, Khadija, you will not come to agree. But if you know what an investigative process is, now that when you commence investigation and the allegation now that public funds use, whether it get right over it or not. So we look at and say, we therefore look at the law. You cannot do anything anti-corruption if you are charging somebody to court outside of we act.
Listen. Talk about precedents.
No, I just want to draw that attention, that premise, then I will come to the aspect of the precedent. Now that premise I want for lay. Firstly, we understand that these are different scenarios and incidents where they make, citing me as an example. Now the issue at hand then, now the allocation of public funds to the office of the First Lady. They say it is illegal. How do you prove the legality or the illegality? We say let us prove. For know if there is a regulatory framework or if there is a law established for such to be done to the office of the First Lady. And in doing so, you also go on for know what had happened before. But people said no. The same thing happened in the case of the then chief minister. When a journalist said they don't give money we now 1 million something in our Eco Bank. We went into that again. They said, no, we are at the defense. We are not. People we understand that the work what we do, we are also guided, and then we are professional in what we do, not driven by what the public always wants. And there are...
What they get from the law we cover on now instead say in terms of investigation, one can apply certain thing for certain scenario and another for the similar scenario in this case.
Mabel, it is always very clear. The pattern of investigation for a particular allegation differs from another allegation. And you get to understand the scenarios. If you are investigating misappropriation of public funds, you have to know which are the elements will constitute that offense and where you go to find and get the evidence. Because at the end of the day, you have to go to court. You wish to go to court. So if you talk about bribery, you got to know the elements. So it is always different. Not they can say now one size fits all or one pattern.
But corruption is corruption.
No, but with different allegations, man, and different offenses. Corruption is corruption. But when you talk about unexplained wealth, it is different from the corruption of bribery. Maybe. When you talk about conflict of interest, it is different from abuse of office. When you talk about corrupt acquisition of wealth, it's different from misappropriation. So these offenses are different in nature, and their investigative pattern also differs.
Mr. Sandi, let's take you.
So if you talk about somebody receiving public funds illegally, where do you want to establish the illegality if you don't go to the law? And if you go to the law, but there is some other precedents which don't happen of somebody receiving support, then waiting at the issue at this stage. And the law makes provision for somebody, when the Minister of Finance, where he consents, say this allocation should be made because there's that provision in the act. Then who said the problem there? Problem no did.
Mr. Sandi,
candidly speaking.
Let's talk about this precedent we keep referring to. Say, so una can one for check. If precedent day, some of
if precedent day or the law day we establish.
If precedent day or the law.
Yes.
You I believe say you don't need an ACC for the longest of time.
Correct.
You don't work under different commissioners.
All of them.
Now, let's take you to this issue of precedent during Francis Benke, follow this in tenure. But I don't set several precedents there. One, they all get for do with the office of the First Lady, how the investigation they be end up on a son and they go years back on our for see precedent day. They all get for do the office of the clerk, they all get for do with the teacher, they all them be display na quantity. So now, if other commissioner happen for CAM and one for repeats some of them precedents there, where will you be in all of this?
I will be the same person. The fact of the matter is, we get to understand the aspect of the Constitution saga. We always keep saying it, but the commissioner also they respond, and we get a position on it. The people of Sierra Leone don't decry them. They say they don't want them. The president of this nation apologized, so that is being set aside. However, if anything going forward, which I mean we don't do, and the commissioner comes and the one for taking on board, fine. There's nothing wrong. But then you also need for look at waiting to be your strategy around it. We get with Scorpion Squad. If you want to take it on board, waiting wrong. You see, you talk about the aspect of the clerk. We feel say we looked into that matter impartially because we not been get anything for hold on his participation or involvement in the recruitment of the wife, and the wife paid all the money. You can still get you doubts around it, but the fact of the matter is what you can think and what you can say difficult from what you prove. So these are the issues where we need for really know as we go forward in the fight against corruption. We are very much careful in what we do because we work on and on behalf of the people of this country, and we try for doing so carefully, so impartially, so objectively, so that at the end of the day, we will all be for going to bed, be able for sleep and get sound sleep. Because if you do not do it that way, definitely it will have to continue.
What think is stop the commission for investigate certain high offices then? Is it fair?
No, nothing has stopped us. No, nothing has stopped us. Nothing has stopped us. I don't tell you, see, if we can go to the highest office, which is the presidency.
Una don't investigate the presidency?
We don't investigate the presidency.
Una investigate
we investigate the scope, not to the president. You know, the president is the fountain of honor and they get immunity. Now, fact matter, I don't know her other name. You know, say there was some publication on the video.
Testimony.
Yes, we investigated that will be related to unexplained words.
What about
then
this?
after investigation,
and no, when people
and it is not that we don't indict when the law says somebody is suspended.
Normally, we don't see ACC commission. They investigate people them. When then they under that investigation, then people they not for travel. Then people they most time when I can even go as far as holding their passports then at the ACC. So what is different if this scope, according to you, say they under investigation and other officer them during the investigation, His Excellency appoint him for go be ambassador. You see pictures go viral, they don't go tell goodbye, don't go viral. So how are the investigator?
Khadija, investigation does not mean you are culpable. Investigation is about listen. Let us make it clear. There is no legal hold on somebody for say because you are investigating that person, the person not forget appointment, the person should not be in office. The same thing I will reference will be happening in the case of the former Director General of SNBC. A lot of people will say, and our responsibility is not to set somebody aside. I keep saying this always. We responsibility in our ACC not to set somebody aside. If we are investigating, investigation simply means to prove or disprove. You have not come, listen, and then we educate ourselves. Because there are times, certain things they come to our attention, we just can make references or we make comments. When we are investigating, the person, until we feel say, your movement has to be restricted, or you have to tamper with evidence, etc. In that case, we know what to do. But we feel say the investigation process they go on unhindered, so we don't get anything for do with you until such a time we get to you. So therefore, we not get any mandate under the law for say that person not forget appointment, that person not for there, not for this. So at the camp, until and unless we don't now find a case against you and you are charged to court. When that happens, Section 134 of the Anti-Corruption Act, you are suspended. We will now approach whosoever appointed you to say, no, that's what is happening. But we expect even for them people act proactively. So in this case, we can't do anything.
In this case,
that's what I am saying.
This scope in investigation, why don't take the commission over 1 year for the investigation? Waiting at the bottleneck.
There is no bottleneck. The fact of the matter is, investigation, they require a lot of things. And we know on this particular matter, the Auditor General, or former, or suspended until Parliament, whatever, suspended, there was also a tribunal going on. So we not be want for also to go here, asking for the same things. They have concluded and Parliament. But we are still actively looking into the matter. I will not tell you the in-depth of which we don't go. We do. I know you are not interested in that. But suffice it to say that the investigation is ongoing and it is unfettered. I believe that is very good enough for the public at this stage to be saying, oh, because this person here want to investigate, this don't get appointment, this and that. Is that our responsibility? When we investigated the clerk of parliament and the wife repaid. Look, listen, and the president decided to reinstate him. Is that the ACC's affair?
Mr. Sandi,
now we are fear. Just for let you take with hand put Bangana fire.
Mr. Sandi,
no, those things should not happen.
Can I please ask you a question? The issue of this scope.
Yes.
Where una dey investigate, where President Diodon get appointments for go represent the country as ambassador in Iran. It don't go. Investigation still they go on. What if una need this man?
Khadija, definitely will come. When we needed Nalo.
At the expense of taxpayers' money.
Listen. We investigation didn't go anywhere. We went to America. Nalo the day as head of Chancellery. He was recalled. We spoke to Ali Kaba, we did it. Later they move up. So that is not an issue at all. Let you not take as in an issue. That is what we should understand. If even you did at Jamaica, once you are there under the auspices of the government of Sierra Leone and the Anti-Corruption Commission needs you, there's nothing that will stop. I'm just as a reference they make in any event you want it. So they're not an issue. Not a stumbling block at all.
How this investigation of corruption different from the one they want to be done the way when even they seize the people in passports, not for travel.
Now as they say, it is at such a level of the investigation we don't reach where you go feel say the level of culpability is very high.
We are talking about the presidency here.
That's what I am saying. But you know, we just can't.
Where they lower level and they want to seize passport, let the person not travel. But this is the presidency we are talking about.
No, but we have not reached that stage. Everything is about a stage, maybe. When you do an investigative process, until you know, firstly, that person is at a flight risk. Then you will begin now for determining measures for their stop. No, listen, that's what no.
Investigate and able for determine whether this person is a flight risk or not.
It's not a flight risk. That's what I'm telling you. If not a flight risk, now give me time. No, let me clarify this aspect.
You said because a flight risk. Somebody waiting of forging receipts.
But it's an allegation. It remains an allegation, Khadija.
And the highest.
And we are saying an allegation is you prove or disprove. So what do you want to say? You want to hold somebody now guilty when the common law says somebody is presumed innocent until proven guilty? You are saying now, no, you are presumed guilty until proven innocent. No, I disagree. The investigation is an allegation, and it is an investigation to prove or disprove. So we have to give ourselves time. We never can begin to institute measure. Hey, this person, you want to say now the person is already involved in it. This is just something the auditors have presented. And you have to go beyond it. So what is it now for, let's say, it was a fake receipt and the institution that issued it, we go beyond what the auditors have to say or what is said. So let we put this thing aside. Let us not be too agitated about it. Once the process is concluded, we all will know. But at the moment, we don't come here for say this person guilty or this is at this stage, then you hope as well. No. We don't do it that way. At the stage of when we don't do so much in the investigation and we say no, we have to get you to us at any time. Then those measures can be put in place. But we have not put them in place. And I still keep saying the Anti-Corruption Commission will not get that power under the law for set somebody aside or for stop anybody from getting anything where the president in his wisdom will decide for do. Similarly, what we only go do is at the time we don't do investigations and we don't charge you to court. Then we expect that anybody with an employer will take that responsibility. If they're not one, then we will ignite it. But I'm sure the person will do so. So these are the things we get to understand. In investigations, we get periods where before we commence investigation, once we know that you are a suspect, you are arrested and put on bail. Other cases, we do our investigations and you are the last person to talk to. Then if we not say you can tamper with witnesses, that is the time we will hold you even beyond the 72 hours. Because we, now ACC, we look at economic crimes. So looking at economic crimes, we can hold you for 10 days. If we say within the 10 days don't elapse, we cannot release you, probably we give you a difficult bail condition. So these are all the techniques, but the protocols were related to investigations. So we apply all of that. For CC, we investigation remain tight, and then it is done in a very, very neat manner.
After the issue of the Office of the First Lady being come up and the audit report, the way how ACC handled the whole thing, and a lot of people now the public been get this opinion say ACC been come out back for defend or cover up the Office of the First Lady. From then 10 day to now, the public not only say either go audit the Office of the First Lady and also they investigate the Office of the First Lady, all waiting then at the public eye or the public space now that this kind of bromance between the ACC boss and the First Lady, they are very close. That only they stop, then they're not investigating office?
Not at all. You see, this is an interesting question. It's interesting, but of course very serious as well. I want to let the people of this country know, say, the interactions with the commissioner they get with the First Lady not get anything to do with the work. And also, even after that probe we do, we don't get anything yet we therefore do with the Office of the First Lady. And we can't just start going into places and doing investigations. With prevention team, don't do visits and day, as we had promised the people of this country, for make sure that we put things in place. And I feel say those recommendations for making sure that things are well put in place at the Office of the First Lady, they have been implemented. So we don't go there, and that was what we said in our report. But to say an allegation don't come about the Office of the First Lady, nothing of that nature. So how the people go expect we for do an investigation in that office and linking it to the fact that the commissioner they interact with the First Lady and things like that? They are unrelated with in work.
No.
Me as
not
the,
just
no.
put like a mere interaction.
No, but listen, they had known themselves before.
There's a very, very close relationship.
What do you mean very close? What do you mean very close?
I sure say you've been there now, you boss, in married.
Oh, certainly.
They say,
I was in church.
brother, I'm his sister.
Oh, yes. That's the same. Kadija, you are my sister.
I'm right.
You are my sister.
So
Mabel is my sister.
Interest.
No. When there is conflict of interest, listen, when there is conflict of interest, he will declare same. But the fact of the matter is, no issue not come where the commissioner not go professionally and independently action will relate to the office of the First Lady. If there is need for such, he will do. But at the time, not for free. You will see the trajectory at which the commission they go in the fight against corruption. The index system where they come out. You look at the TI, we now don't jump 22 spaces. We did 108. With a score of 35. What are we saying? Some people they begin to can say, and ACC, they influence their report. They are data
current year, they can pull in reports and some reports them if they don't start the survey last year, it might come out this year. So law not counting as the discussion.
No, but for 6 years now,
law not counting
the commissioner.
As the discussion.
So 6 years now, the commissioner has been imposed.
Law not counting as the discussion based on their reports.
But some of them are very recent.
These are surveys.
Like the more Ibrahim. Khadija, people will not accept this because it is not the negative side. It is not. People wanted to see downward spiral.
You believe in that when they say you good work speaks for you?
And it is speaking.
So nobody not going to be negative on
it is speaking. No, but not what I mean. People they feel say, now they make them things here or we influence them. How? And you self done the talk say,
I'm not saying that.
These are reports we want to water them down.
No, I'm not.
Don't do it.
I was not.
We are making inroads into the fight.
Apology.
Believe it or believe it. Look, this kind of display is going international. And the World Bank, other countries, the way they work on their indexes, if they see this kind of things, that the country not able to recoup such amount of money, wait for otherwise they don't go into private pockets. 1.3 million United States dollars. Can you imagine?
Popular opinion out there about the money there. Not that.
By dint of the survey, which survey?
Francis just the show off.
No, it is not. It is not. It is a mark for people of Sierra Leone for no say this is real. It is not show off. It is not show off. Let people not take a show. And if people then say this kind of money don't recover and you don't see it, how do you believe it? So it's not a show off. Now because they don't appreciate what we do.
For example, for Shose, on this date, these are the slip for Shose and this money, social person deposits and the fight against corruption when our users recovery.
Let me display the slip. Is that what you are asking?
Give value to all of what you see because you see when they display for let people believe say when they recover their money and people I believe say they go deposit in the account.
No, certainly we at the commission we not go do that.
Why?
No, wait at the camp. We will get the credit into a recovery account. We will now come and do the display of it. No, we cannot. I'm coming. I'm just saying we cannot do it, but we have those documents. Trust me. And the public as well, the public and the people can as well do so. Some of these transfers are done by instructions, like this 15 million. Which they no, that's what I'm saying. That's
get access to how
they will let them approach the ACC.
So if Liberty, for example, requests for proof for say this person be deposit this amount based on the investigation when they do, I can provide
get to the ACC. Yes,
okay.
we'll discuss it. In fact, we know there's also right to access information. We can just go and then make sure we give that to you. Yeah. Be rest assured. But I want to tell you that it is a fact. If we now want to move to that level, we will also support you in that. If the display don't become shocking to some people. In fact, some people were scared. When some journalists they enter the conference room, then they go back. They feel say they are not in the right place. I say, no, gentlemen, come. This is the right place. For there we see that volume of money, so people for know.
What the ACC want for proof? For come as far as displaying such huge money?
For there we connect. Listen, this is the point. For there we connect corruption and deprivation. That this person deprived or would have deprived the people of Sierra Leone this quantum of money, we for don't go into social services. That is the message. And corruption fight, there should be that nexus, that connection. You link them how this action of somebody, the misappropriation, don't make me not able to get this. And that is how or when you bring the people them for join you in the fight against corruption. You see, most times, when corruption, you are a victim, that is the time you take robust posture for can report. We don't see incidences now, of course, that they pay through account. When teachers, they hold their salary. The person, they were in salary, the headmaster or principal say, they pay, then they go report. And that person not even want confidentiality. So because you are a victim, so in this situation, we also want to let people of Sierra Leone know, say, because we often say that they are also victims of corruption, and therefore we all need to speak loud about it. The more reason why we display those resources, let you see them, and know say it is that volume of money, just one man in a corner, a use scheme for the make that they withdraw them, so that you can't appreciate waiting at the negative impact of corruption, the dangers of corruption, what you go do to your life, and that even your present state where you did is as a result of corruption, and it is this kind of person who is responsible. He's a wicked man.
Mr. Sandi, you don't, I keep referring because I've known him for a very long time.
Who? Oh, myself?
You.
Oh, yes.
Yes, you don't live at the ACC, you don't serve different commissioner them.
All of them.
And public opinion out there now that this current commissioner, he's more of a politician than somebody who for be independent, try for curb corruption.
I also disagree. Now people then views them. And I can always see they have their right to their views. The commissioner is focused on the fight against corruption. And that is what he said recently when he met with some bloggers and social media activists. That he is forthright in the fight against corruption. We are committed to the fight against corruption. And so for less somebody can say he's a politician, not at all. We know by nature, Aristotle taught him, man by nature is a political animal. So whatever you do, you know when people say this person is not a political animal, but to say you're a politician, meaning you are actively in politics. And that is not the case. The focus, no, but anybody will do. This is a commissioner. No, listen.
You can get you political.
Listen.
Leaning.
These are public functions. It got nothing to do with your responsibility.
Previous one they belong there.
Oh yes.
Ah, okay. So that's president.
No, whether you take her as president, but Khadija, this is not a responsibility given to you for let you go keep yourself in a hideout or you go be isolated. You have to work with people. How do you get information? How do people interact? The point is you stand your grounds. You take a position when it comes to corruption. You know the amount of people where they in the cabinet or in whatever level we can talk to commissioner for certain things and he does not listen to that. It proceeds. We don't get for talk and I will say this. But the fact of the matter is, now listen. Then we'll talk about the policy interaction and his independence when he take decisions for let he do indictment. Recently we indicted a director of lands, Makini. You know the amount of pressures. You look at this investigation, you know the amount of pressures until some of these things are made public. No, not at all.
It's advisable for minimize the public display of political interaction because whenever you're in a certain position, certain thing way they minimize what you do for add value to your work what you do.
It is about how we are taking it. Mabel and Khadija, because we feel that interaction will affect his work. And I am still saying it will not. And even his interaction with people is very limited as well. I therefore say this. But because we are just looking at it, that he interacts with the first lady, that is maybe the point we would take now for blow out of proportion. But there are some places the commission will not go. You know the amount of invitations we get, Nami the same day? You know the kinds of things where they happen, Nami the same day, or he send the deputy? These are things he's very much aware about. But the fact of the matter is, we are all humans. We interact. But how does that now negatively affect your decisions and your work at the ACC? It has not been at all. That's the point. And until we distinguish the two, then we're able to understand that. But when we are mixing them together, then I tell you for free, other anti-corruption heads in other countries are still talking to these people, are still interacting. But when a case day...
How you go trust me? Me and you then a public, they play and laugh. Then you say the next day, they tell you say I involve in corrupt practice. You investigate, you pull reports where they show say na lie. How you want a person believe say na true investigation you do and pull that reports?
No, because the person gets your own view. If me get belief in you and the things the way they do, I would definitely have to believe that investigation be objective. But people then just feel see now then your own view that and they hold to it till that. You know therefore change them. But maybe I want to assure the viewers that the commissioner, Francis Ben Kaifala, his interactions with people and with the first lady, as it were, if anything they for let it do, we related to the fight against corruption or you work, it go do it independently without fear or favor.
Continue. Trust me. At the studio, Patrick Sandi. We'll come back to you. The program is still a watch and the breakfast show. They come to you on Liberty Online Television. Well, the time from the studio clock now 9 o'clock, and we'll go for a short break and can continue the program.
It's a brand new song for our customers. Where they bank with us all over the universe.
Save small and win big. UBA, they celebrate 75 years of better banking service. And na Salon, the bank done there for 15 years now. This na big celebration, and we want give back to we wonderful customer them. We don't make we business go find one for the past 75 years with the UBA Savings Legacy promo. Save small and get your own share on these 350,000 leones. 30 customer them go get the chance for win cash prize every quarter. Just put 2,000 leones and above na your account. And the more you put 2,000 and above na your account, na the more you go increase your chance for win more. No wait till kapu the chance now. Your legacy starts today. The draw them go happen inside September and December 2024. Join UBA for celebrate 75 years of excellence. UBA, Africa's global bank.
Money in my pockets, I'm what I want correct. Customer service, the excellence. Now that's make we the top, now the continent.
To pay bills with the UBA mobile app, just log into the app. Click on Pay Bills within the Quick Links dashboard. You'll be provided with a list of various biller categories like cable TV, sports and gaming, utilities, airtime and data, and so on. Click on the biller category you want. Then select from a list of price options provided by the biller. Click Confirm to proceed with the transaction. Enter your PIN and click OK. And you're done. Enjoy paying your bills with the UBA mobile app.
Liberty Online TV, the 1 year this November, and you know what's in that mean.
And throughout the month of November, na celebration period. And as you know, na time where you for coming and support Liberty Online TV for continue for doing work.
And the way how we go support Liberty Online TV for continue for the online, na for send we you support.
Now for send we you support through the orange money number where you see on the screen and the other bank details them as well for make we continue for do we work. This na Liberty Online TV, 1 year celebration. Na Liberty Online TV, all voices count.
Watching Liberty Breakfast Show on Liberty Online TV.
Alright, we continue with the breakfast show where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV. This morning at the program, where they look at the ACC and the Asunalpi member on Tuesday. We see the Commissioner Francis Ben Kaifala being displayed plenty amount of money where he say the money that we recover from people where commits corruption. When at the studio this morning we get Patrick Sandi, when at the Director of Outreach and Public Relations from the Anti-Corruption Commission. Either between at the studio this morning we talk about this particular strategy where ACC don't bring in the fight against corruption. Well, according to Mr. Sandi, in belief say that a strategy where they work for them na ACC because then they use this strategy for bring back money them where people can don't take from corrupt practice. Well, as you all know, whenever they get a public institution, for can talk to them about
about some of the things them where they don't do. The people them na the streets of Freetown and all over the country na them the Anti-Corruption Commission they work for, as them believe the ACC supposed to be an independent commission. Well, Mohammed Kamara who had some parts them in the streets of Freetown and talk to people, but what they think about this new strategy where ACC don't bring her in the fight against corruption, especially the way how they can display money, where the commissioner say that money they will then recover back. Let we listen to what people then think about this display of copper where ACC can do.
Well, as me view, we Salonians them because for talk with Sadi, we not Salon. So such a thing in the way you do if you just talk to the public, maybe some not go believe, some go believe. But me, as for me, we at least a put time where everybody see what you don't get from EcoBank. At least call journalists them, everybody don't see. As for me, I don't say the man is show that transparency there. For me, a good job. I don't say the man want do a good job. Now that's make an openly way not a secret. So as for me, the man is perfectly correct from your side.
For transparency's sake, that's a very good idea. For transparency's sake, because the seeing is believing. Because before, like former ministers, the last time they tell you say they repay the money, went out to the among people and say how they will believe say them don't pay. But if they do so now, they show we are. I believe say we will get 50 years now to say when they pay back.
A very good principle, because for a catch person guilty and then you find out they pay the money, they show to the public. A very good idea.
That money we been father then do, he try, he do well, but you know end. But what he make carry talk so money we possible take out. We don't say the put on a table all man for sale. The one they wait and don't dupe their money then they get for call there, all man see there. That they get for same, that same Wednesday, they get for part of song. Who say go they say you go change in position who say it. But now we saw the money. Say okay this money I don't take and so people there wait and do this money. But the people they say from people there. But not so the people there. They can do what I want back, they not get for some money. But if you see they say facially, they face on the outside. If you know me now, where the old man don't see me television this area, all the common are the same. But they don't show me say now so deep I go do for sake of this money. Now they don't get that. The people them for the day. That according to me, that he will find. But then they don't do it now. They don't put another table. But then people they want to do anything, then they do them back. But then face no they not television, they don't do no side. Now that's no more miss.
Alright viewers, that's not the voices of Sierra Leoneans them we just don't talk to, and then don't share with we the idea with regards to the acts we the ACC they put on presently, wherein whenever they receive money from certain group of people and they can come and display money, then they call journalists them for can cover that particular story day. And you get people who get mixed feelings with regards to that. You get some people where they in favor, while you get some people where they against that. Well, continue for follow Liberty Online Television as we will bring to you more of my voices there. Mina Mohamed Kamari brings to this report.
Alright, welcome back. You still watching Breakfast on Liberty Online TV, and that's the views of some people now the streets of Freetown. As Mohammed Kamara been go talk to them regarding the strategy where the Anti-Corruption Commission don't introduce this BNT they can display a huge sum of money where they can say they don't recover from people where can don't put on corrupt practice. Well, when they take more views, when they look at the different platform them, also when I don't send on a message in this morning. The later obviously we go come to Patrick Sandi for respond to the message them way when I go down send. The very first one I go look at the Facebook page. Sam J, they say, Mr. Sandi, it's a shame that you are defending that this commissioner isn't political, he is political.
All right, we continue and we take a message from Robert Cargo on YouTube. He said the recovery of the money from the bankers is good, but ACC is still selective. They will never dare to go near the office of the president, VP office, and chief minister's office.
right, to look at more messages we don't come in. This other one at the Facebook page. Sise Ibrahim Kabela, they say, what the nation benefits from the 2018 for the fight against corruption?
Abdul Emmanuel and Sumana on YouTube, they say, I think it's not just displaying the recovered money, but let the money be out into good use.
Yusuf Mosire Suman on Facebook say, ACC recovering huge amounts of money is good, but are these monies reflecting on the interests of Sierra Leoneans? If yes, Mr. Sandi, kindly explain for better clarification.
This one, they say, displaying the money you guys recovered is just a showboat. Where is the money recovered from corrupt APC members, which was promised to start a diagnostic center at Kerry Town?
This other one again from Yusuf Mosire Suma is Mabel and Khadija, the independence of the ACC is never going to be felt until the appointment procedures of its head is done by either voting or public recognition or recommendation. ACC can never bite the finger that feeds them.
George Wakana YouTube, they say, Mr. Sandi, the whole country knows that you and your team will never investigate certain people.
More messages. Jibril Kano say, Mr. Sandi, according to the Constitution or residence, is the First Lady entitled to have police convoy paid for by taxpayers' money? Is it not corruption? A question where they ask.
Samuel Tolly, na YouTube, they say, these people lack integrity and the fear of God, honestly. He's deceiving himself and not the public. The public knows exactly what's happening in the country.
We look at more messages. For the Mustafa Toure say, as long as government remains the largest employer and pays handsomely, these guys, just like other government institutions, will do everything to defend their jobs. We simply don't have independent institutions. These guys promise to name those involved in the laptop procurement and go to the US to tell us why new cars have up to now 20,000 miles. The Constitution has to be urgently reviewed to remove the president from these institutions.
Saidu Kamara, they say, where would you guys be at the end of all the madness, injustice, corruption, and violence against our people? We eye the watch and we wait.
Us friend Kamara on the Facebook, they say, have you had a look at the Singapore model of fighting corruption? They employed a secured, digitalized system that records transactions and shares tracking movement of physical and financial assets.
Alhaji Shaka Conte, they say, good morning, Liberty TV. Please ask the gentleman what sectors they are developing with the money they are recovering, because Sierra Leoneans are still struggling for bread and butter.
More messages we look at. Us friend Kamara again says, sir, how are you going to apply your integrity scorecard for institutions as a preventive measure?
Well, the final one we will take, because of time, it come from Samuel Thorley on YouTube. They say, Mr. Sandi, what did you just mention? Rights to access information, then it only applies to you guys and not the public. That law was used against Mohamed Kone, but nothing comes out of it. Well, from their messages, then they can out to Mr. Sandi, Director of Outreach and Public Relations, we come out now the Anti-Corruption Commission. So many messages that don't come for you, we should see the public interested in the work that they do and also the ones for all accountable.
Thank you very much. I agree with you entirely. And I want to tell them plenty thank you, because the questions are many, a plethora of them. I will respond to them, and also maybe if I forget anyone, when I could just bring me up to speed. Let us start with the latest. We talk about right to access. They don't do them in the case of ECSL also. What in they talk in the aspect of right to access. If now, like you said, you want the information from the bank, now that I mean. But if you want it from the commission, you don't need for write a request. I make us say just meet the office of the director, public education, We get an information desk, and then we go escalate to the commissioner and see how we are advised by the bank that such credit has been made into our account. I think that's neither the point. The right to access I talk about. Now, if you as a citizen, you want to know outside of the ACC, the bank, that whether any information don't come relating to that credit or any individual don't make the credit, I think that will be made available. Though the bank says they can get some privacy rules, I don't know how that applies, but I just make that reference, let us understand. Then what sectors are they developing with the recovery funds? Just as the other person been asked around the diagnostic hospital where the president decided. When we receive this money, we hand over to the president. But what we get for understand, particularly with this recovery, as we did with the earlier recovery, because sometimes people could get them mixed up. Whilst yes, we did take and say it is an act of corruption through which we don't recover these funds. But these are funds also meant for institutions. The earlier one, we know how it happened. Now people that been go say now money there for pay for the work or construction of the road now Kenema to Pendembu or so. So that money was given back to the Ministry of Finance. Of course, by extension, you will see in a consolidated fund, but it is a bit different because now then your money, we then go take. Equally so, whilst yes, we inform the presidency about it and through them, but for no say these are monies meant for these particular institutions. Equally so, this money now in question, we know say these were taxes where they be paid to NRA. So NRA is also highly interested in these resources because they also want for maintenance target. So in as much as the commission will take steps for giving the president, we don't know how they will engage now so that these monies go back to NRA. So it is not as if it is a money or these are monies we cut out entirely for let actions be taken for improved social services. We get to understand. But if it goes back to NRA in the form of taxes, we align that for don't be, then we just don't now recoup them. The institution like NRA will take the necessary steps for expend the money, we know for the right purpose. But unlike that, the other recoveries which we do from individuals, for instance, where they come to ACC and say, no, you don't misappropriate this money. They don't give you, not to like in this case, because of course the gentleman misappropriated revenue, but it is meant for a particular institution. But you don't do them now, there's nobody that can claim it. Those are the monies also will recover and give the president where they talk about putting to the diagnosis center. So they are quite independent, so to speak, when it comes to monies that we give the president, but it is meant for particular institutions. All right. But the president, of course, gets the sole responsibility for decide as to what happens to the resources. Singapore model. Yes, I would say for certain, the Singapore model, the ACC, when we even started from inception, we go Botswana, Singapore, we look at them, and the person talk about use of technology, digital system, and that's what we are really pushing now so seriously as a country. For there, we get a digital way for fighting corruption. We asset declaration process, we don't go 100% online, digital, but also we want other, especially revenue generating institutions, let themselves do this thing. Even procurement, we talk about e-procurement, so that those institutions can be so empowered that you forget about this human-to-human contact when it comes, especially with money. Now, they familiarity they come, now the bribery they happen, now orange money they transfer, things like that. But if you do everything online, it is digital, it is technological. I feel we will not make a lot of moves for how we address the problem of corruption necessarily. Now, so in other countries, if you look at the Scandinavian countries, they don't even have an outfit like anti-corruption because there are systems there. You go to Norway, everything is done. You go, you get your cashless society, just instruct, you go in a car, you get a swipe arm. So these are things we need to graduate. And until we get a digital system, a highly technological system, those things will work because you cut down on the human contact. Well, the person said that just madness and injustice against our people, waiting they do corruption. I feel say that is his view, I respect it, but we are making progress. We are not there yet. We are not there yet. Even when we talk about the Transparency International Corruption Perception Index, we are 108. We should be talking about being in the 40s, in the 30s. So we are not there yet, but we got to understand that we are making progress. And everybody can support the ACC in doing that progress, Then somebody also, they talk about we are just there to defend our jobs. I don't really understand. Because of this thing where I articulate, I'm telling the people that is what is happening. They just don't believe. It is not about just defending the jobs. I am being patriotic.
You feel say the public not trust some of the information they are when they come out for giving through
some sections.
Channels.
Some sections
and
of the public.
You guys are worried about that?
Oh, we definitely will be worried. We want to bring everybody on board. We are worried.
How una to step on a game for restore this confidence again?
No, we will continue to talk to them. You know,
is it by talking or by actions?
No, both.
Because
but both. No, listen. But again, you know what we got to realize? Whilst we are not disregarding them, but we are doing our level best, everything possible for get them over. But there are certain times I tell you, now mindset. Whatever you do under the sun, for some people, even if you go hang yourself, they say gladi. Now you make it don't go kill himself. They don't look at the import as the reason why you really did it. So, Khadija, give me a break.
Let me just come in, please.
Yes, you don't ask me a question. Yes. And they say they are very important. But just they tell you the other side of it.
The fight against corruption, it just stand like, you know, ACC just stand like EDSA. You can't come here telling the public to light the way like that, way visible, normally see. So, Una said, if the fight be really visible, Una they work for the people, especially Sierra Leone, where a lot of people believe, say, people are in a position of trust, then they mix for corruption. If ACC be they go after them people there, you don't think, say, nobody not for even doubt which you can and say?
No, well, I disagree. Some people then listen, some people then where they can say, you pull your heart self, you give them. If they don't like you, they don't like you. You can do anything under the sun. If they don't like you, they don't like you. And the thing will don't happen to the fight against corruption. I tell you this, not that we don't politicize them. When it is something we should not. So whichever way you look at it, just as you make an example that I don't do at the commission for a pretty long time. When it is the APC administration and you are talking to people, they say, oh no, not the defendant, they defend. Those were the in governance. When it is SLPP, they say, oh, now they want them back to the defend. So once we have politicized the fight against corruption, it becomes a difficult thing. And going forward, I appeal to Sierra Leoneans until we depoliticize this fight. Otherwise, whichever thing you do on this earth, you will be condemned. You will be condemned. People will hardly appreciate you.
Commissioner interaction with active politicians, they affect on our work, because now they ask the public for depoliticize the fight, but on our way they fight, they interact with the politicians.
No, the commissioner
interact. People depoliticize the fight now.
The commissioner, they interact across the aisle. I tell you. If not Cherikoko, they talk with them, they interact. No, listen, what I am saying, it is not interacting with one people.
You can't ask the public for depoliticize the fight. When he head by the feds, ain't all the politics tight.
No, when are you saying hold on tight? To me, not hold on tight. I know, what I know they see, but not to sow a bee. For him to be interacting with people in politics, not make her a politician. No, you can't also maybe you can't also not expect the commissioner. You can't also expect the commissioner to be at war or not interacting with those people.
Citizens for depoliticize the fight.
Because we mentality.
If you cannot,
our mentality is skewed to that.
Charity begins at home. And you can't ask the public to depoliticize the fight, whilst the head of the commission is calling the politicians. Come closer.
No, listen. It is different from his work. As a person, we're human and we don't know people before you interact. But it's different. Well, this is where we get it mixed up. And that is where the public too get it mixed up. And as a country, we want to forge ahead. So where do we draw the line? Let the person come as a commissioner. No, we not. Because you are the ones who confuse this thing. In so far I'm concerned, no, why I'm telling them not to politicize the fight is the perception or the mindset. No, listen. No, you should not. You should not. No, you should not. You should not. Because you go begin to say, no, this now selectivity, ACC. Those in the past, no, they go, no. It's what is visible about it. We don't investigate our people, but we don't go for data. They don't go for data. This is the point. You see? So I tell you, that is the issue we get in this country. If we don't try to see that if corruption did in a country, corruption led to the war. We all know that. And when the war came, it not select any region.
Somebody sent message.
You know,
talk all of this, but deep within you know, say not to you the talk, but because you are getting paid, then maybe you want for protect your job.
Not at all. I disagree. I am passionate about what I am doing. It is deep within, yes. I am on record. As this thing is going, I am passionate. I have done it before. I'm doing same. And I will continue doing it. So not because I don't believe in it, for saying that because of my job. Why? I mean, as a kind of person where you get for the push all the time? No, I am not. Let them get the belief and confidence, because this is what they need to understand. Public education is about letting people know what they do not know. And this thing, as I say, regarding the fight against corruption, is complex. People don't want to understand exactly what is it that we are doing at the commission, and if you have difficulties understanding it, come to us and we will make them very clear. The data that we do in relation to those we look at, the past, the present, and any kind of person, they are there. Let us respond to the questions.
No. I don't see on there. I see on the put up a defense to the question we maybe will ask you.
But have we not done with that?
Hold on.
Okay.
When I don't do with that, let's just ask you. Now you are defending your boss. Say yes, it might interact with politicians, but not a mixed part in you.
Exactly.
Where will you be tomorrow when the whistle blow? You see, this same person they defended before they contest for political position.
What would be wrong with that?
Nothing wrong, but you are sitting here defending.
No, that is it. Insofar the work of the commission, the Anti-Corruption Commission concerned, it has not been politicized. It don't make them very clear. He's the commissioner of the ACC, and that is what we are focusing on. But if going forward anything happens after ACC, what again do I have control over? If he's before anything, what is it? He's a Sierra Leonean. And he has right to everything. Once he's a Sierra Leonean. So who am I at that stage, Khadija, honestly, to say no, he should not have done that? It's after the work of the commission. I am just saying this for let the public understand that currently we are focused on the fight against corruption, and we will do everything whatsoever. But let people not get bogged with that at all. Because as a matter of fact, the commissioner is a Sierra Leonean. The commissioner has right to anything he wants to do after being the commissioner of the ACC.
Before they left you, Mr. Sandi, waiting you go left to reverse them on how una the work for restore back this public confidence we don't lost from our job.
Well, yes, we're still interested in the ones we, as you see, don't lost the confidence and we work.
You know,
no, we get the greater people or majority of people we believe in what they do. But you have some people, and these are the people, because the Bible says it. If you get a shepherd and then one sheep lost, you get for go find them for bring them back, let in at the fold. So you don't get for capitalize on the fact, say, oh, I have a lot of support. You go in for that one. So that's the more reason why we always continue for talk to the one then we do on the other side. And the other side mean we don't still believe in the fight against corruption. We don't lose trust or confidence that the commission is on the right trajectory. We talk to you now. If you have your doubts, come to the ACC and we'll explain to you. I don't want to let you rely so much on some social media posts, some voice messages where people they send out about the work they do. And some of those things are misleading. They could be misinformation, they could be disinformation. Just for let them kill your spirit around the fight against corruption. And the indexes then we come out, we have no hands with them, we are not playing any part in them. Now people that they come, they look at what they go on, look at documents, look at things where they go on, ask for press releases, go to our website, check what is there, and then come with the assessment. But at the appeal, at the big, as the head of the public education and outreach, do you want to join me inside this fight? At the big. Whatever misgivings we now get about the fight, it can be clarified. The commissioner interaction with the public had nothing, or politicians precisely get nothing for do with in work. You come with an allegation, with evidence-based, to the commission and see if we don't take the desired action. Whether it relates to any politician, we will do so, and we don't do one before. So at the talk to you now, as a member of the commission, as a director of the commission, for say, let we join hand for fight corruption. Now, until and unless that we are united in the fight, then we will succeed. If we are not united, we allow somebody for can put a knife on the things where we don't put it together, then I can say things fall apart. And we don't want things to fall apart. Let us be united for there we get a successful fight against corruption in this country.
Many thanks, Patrick Sandi. We joined with this morning. We can look at some of the strategies they want to involve for ensuring on affect corruption. And also you what we don't participate in the program by way how you send me text message. One for say many thanks, we do appreciate on our contribution then for ensuring we get a very inclusive program every morning. Well, don't forget tomorrow evening within the Freetown City Council building at the ground floor, the lobby to be precise, also they get the grand finale of the celebration. Throughout this month of November, Liberty Online TV, we celebrate with 1 year of being free, fearless and inclusive. So tomorrow the grand finale and also on an all-way honor anniversary project will be launched on the 1st of November. Also we'll ask una say una continue for support we so that we will continue for utilize this platform we don't get for bring cantona information about what in the happen in a salon and safe outside. As you know, Sierra Leone, and one person many times we don't receive una donation there, but please una not stop for sending them donation there. Because I through them donation there, so we rely on for run the institution. As we all know, liberty, now the people they own, all voices count, and we want to be very free, fair, and independent. So now our donation then go guide we for this. So continue for send your donation through the Orange Money number 074-200-545. Now the number down the way for send them if you want to make any contribution to Liberty Online TV, and if you're not able to send them through the Orange Money number, you did the diaspora, you want to make international money transfer, you can send her under Mabel Kaba. We will receive the money and we will continue for say thank you and God bless on our beautiful hearts they want to only support Liberty Online TV. By the end of the November, we will unveil big package them we will work towards. Una said will be so proud of Liberty, say we are only part of we for the past 1 year, and I will all achieve them games there. So hold on me. Thank you very much. See you all tomorrow at the Freetown City Council building, the first floor, when at the ground floor, and we go there tomorrow as we celebrate 1 year of being free, fearless, and inclusive. Well, now they end the program. Princess Pierce now produced the program. Emmanuel Campbell, Musa Saukoma, and Abdul Kago now they give technical support to the production team. We bring this edition of the Breakfast Show to you. Mina Khadija Babuka, say have a lovely day.
Alright, well, till we see you now tomorrow morning. Mina Mabel Kabadi say get a good day and goodbye.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone.
Orange. Liberty Online TV, the 1 year this November, and you know what's in that mean.
And throughout the month of November, na celebration period. And as you know, na time way for coming and support Liberty Online TV for continue for doing work.
And the way how we go support Liberty Online TV for continue for the online, now for send we you support.
Now for send we you support through the Orange Money number where you see on the screen and the other bank details them as way for make we continue for do we work. This na Liberty Online TV 1 year celebration. Na Liberty Online TV, all voices count.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone.